During her return in Pokemon journeys, Serena was confirmed to have not caught any new Pokemon since travelling to Hoenn. But today, that changes. I've picked 6 new Pokemon she could use in rotation alongside her current team. Serena currently owns a Delphox, Pancham, and Sylveon, and she caught all of these in Kalos. Let's quickly go over Pancham, as it's currently unevolved, and I think it should definitely stay that way. I think it's much cuter than Pangoro, and I think if it did evolve, it would lose its agility like Ash's Torterra did back in the Diamond and Pearl series. So for the performing side of things, I definitely think this is the better option. Now let's move on to my additions, and the first of which would be an Alola Ninetales. It's such an elegant and pretty Pokemon, so I think it would fit her team really well. I've always loved the combination of fire and ice, so I'd love to see it work with Delphox in performances. She would catch this on a vacation to Alola during an exploration of Mount Lanakila. My second choice would be a Snorlax, and I know what you're thinking. How on earth is she going to use that big of a Pokemon for performing? This is why I mentioned she could use them in rotation earlier, due to Snorlax's nature of generally being lazy. Also, I felt like she needed an actual powerhouse on her team, so it definitely ticks that box as well. She would pair Snorlax with his signature Z move Pulverizing Pancake for mainly battles. However, she would definitely test this with performing as well. The third Pokemon I would give Serena is a Delcatty. Although not the most popular Pokemon, I can definitely envision her having one. I feel like it would start out very similar to her Eevee, where it would be super shy in the beginning. As her first destination was Hoenn anyway, I'd imagine this would be a very simple catch on Route 116, and she would find it fully evolved. Next up, we have Quaquaval. It's literally the dancer Pokemon, so of course I was going to pick it for her team. This would give her 2 completely new typings to add to her roster, which could definitely make her less predictable. I feel like if her and Ash ever met up again, this would be a great rival for his Talonflame. I'd imagine upon visiting Uva Academy, she would be given an egg, which she would later hatch and take care of going forward. Before we cover the last 2 Pokemon, I'd like to mention some Pokemon I wanted to cover, but for one reason or another, it was just completely illogical. My first honourable mention is Roserade. It's definitely reasonable, but she wouldn't be able to use it to its fullest capacity due to its poison typing. Imagine you've paid to watch a live performance, and then you get poisoned because of the particles that got spread everywhere. I know you could just not give her a poison type attack, but that's super limiting, and because of this, I don't think it's worth a team slot. Following on from Roserade, we have a shiny Minior, Shield's down form of course. This Pokemon is adorable, and it has 2 typings she doesn't already have. There is one problem though. Once it falls down to earth and its shield cracks, let's just say it doesn't last very long after. Ultimately, for the honourable mentions, we have Hisuian Lilligant, and considering it's extinct in the modern day, this should be pretty obvious. Going back to the choices that actually make sense, we have Heliolisk. I felt like she was missing a crucial electric type in the X and Y anime. I mean, even Bonnie had one and she's like 4. Wait, what do you mean she's 8? Not only is it super speedy, but its coverage is insane, with a total of 13 different types of moves to choose from. This will definitely be her most difficult capture, with it being a super tough battle, but after persevering she finally caught it. Ultimately, I think the perfect Pokemon for Serena would be Diancie, specifically the one from the movie. I've always thought they got on super well, especially during the time they spent together looking for Xerneas. Upon Mega Evolving, it looks like royalty, and considering she wants to become Kalu's queen, this would be a perfect partner. Of course, due to its mythical status, and needing to protect the entire population of Carbink, it would not be by her side all the time. However, I think this would be more of a mutual agreement, where she would call it through Sylveon's Fairy Aura. This is how Diancie would track down Xerneas in the movie, so I'm sure she could do this with Sylveon too. Out of these options, what team of 6 would you give her? Is there any Pokemon you would give Serena? Let me know in the comments section. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll speak to you guys again very soon. Peace out everybody, have an awesome day.